Disclaimer in this video, I have a new ring light, so I'm trying it out because my other one wasn't working right. So hopefully this turns out well. Fingers crossed. And here's the video. Hey guys, welcome back to Living in My Now. Thank you so much for pressing play. Don't forget to like the video. As a matter of fact, like it right now. I'll give you a second. Okay. Next to that like button, if you just go over and up, there's going to be a red subscribe button. So just click that. Just click that right now. Just go and do it. And don't forget to share this video as well, because I want to not only help you, but help others as well. So, I just saw from the title, I'm going to do a story time because I saw this post on Facebook and it so reminded me. Let me find my phone really quick. It reminded me of something from my childhood. You know those friends that want to stay out all night and you're just sitting there like, I'm tired, I want to go to bed. So I'm going to read this post to you. And I didn't want to share it on Facebook because it has curse words in it and I don't like sharing that type of stuff. But it says, it's this girl crying, and it says, when they talk about what's the next spot and you're tired in the back seat, dude. And then someone responded and said, I hate going out with people that don't know how to go home. What we about to do? It's 5 a.m. I'm going home. I can't even see no more. Dude, I'm going to tell you a couple story times because that hit me in the memories. First of all, I'm going to paint a picture for you. When I was a kid, even a little baby, like I went to bed. I'm tired. It's ZZZZ time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not staying up. I'm not none of that, because at some point either I'm gonna get super mega goofy, which I'm already goofy, so it gets worse when I'm tired, or I'm gonna get mad because I'm tired. So I would just go to sleep. Like my parents had no issues with me at nap time. It was just like that's what happened at nap time for me. Okay. So as I got older, friends want to stay out, talk on the phone, and sometimes I did. But for the most part, I got made fun of because they're like, "You an old lady, you always trying to go to sleep." Yeah, because I'm sleepy. What's the big deal? So one of the story times I'm gonna tell you about, this just shows you how much when I go to sleep, I'm dead to the world. So one time, my ex-friend invited me over. Now she had just had a daughter, and I snuck in her basement through the window, and we were hanging out. She's like, she won't go to sleep. This baby is screaming, like bloody murder. And I was so tired. I'm gonna show you exactly what I did. Exactly what I did. Oh, girl, your baby screaming. Oh, it's 2 a.m., girl. You not tired? Oh, you can't sleep with the baby screaming like that. Oh, girl. I don't know what to tell you, girl. Girl, I feel so bad for you. Yeah. I wonder why your baby screaming. When I tell you that girl was like, how did you sleep through all that screaming? I'm tired. I'm going to bed. That's why I don't drive when I'm sleepy, because I probably will doze off while I'm driving. So that's why I don't do that. So that just gives you an idea of when I'm tired, I don't be caring. I go to bed. So the thing that reminded me of this that whole post was when I was about in 8th grade. So I was like 13 or 14, probably 13. And my friend Tammy and a couple other people would come into class and be like, oh, we had such a fun time, hanging out all night, kicking it, whatever. And I'm like, really? And I was so fascinated. Me and another friend of mine were just so fascinated with this. We're like, girl, you want to go like check out what they do? Like they always have these exciting stories. And she said yes. So that night, I think it was a Friday, but I was one of the people that would stay up all night anyway. I had insomnia as a kid, so I would just stay up anyway and just sleep during the day, which was bad for school. But that's a whole nother story. So we decided to sneak out. So I grew up in like a 2-flat house. So My grandparents stayed on the first floor. We stayed on the second floor, and there were 3 exits I could go out. Now I couldn't go out the front because my grandma also went to bed as well. Okay, at a certain time. So it was like 10 o'clock, and I went downstairs, unlocked that back door from what I remember. I went to our upstairs door, unlocked it, went down the back stairs, went out the side gate, and met my friend, and we went to go see, like, oh, it's gonna be so fun, whatever, whatever. We get there and we're like, okay, we're all pumped. It's like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, 8th grade girls, and we're like, yes, come on, let's do it. What's going on? So we get there and they're sitting, like, we're by the school, we're across the street from the school. Okay, we sit on one porch. There's some older boys there, they're talking. There's like some older girls there too. We're all talking to them and we're just sitting there looking at each other like, okay, something exciting is gonna happen anytime. So then we go over to another porch 2 doors down. They start drinking and smoking. Me and my friend don't do those things. So we're just sitting there like, something exciting is going to happen. Something exciting is going to happen. So then this car pulls up with a couple older kids. They're drinking and smoking. Me and my friend looking at each other like, and that's when you wore the wristwatches, and we're just like, it's midnight, 11:30 midnight. This is boring. Like, when is something fun gonna happen? Like, the way they told it and the way it were two different things. So my friend and I looked at each other. We looked at my friend Tammy and was like, we're about to go. So we're walking home. And this is gonna be part of another story time. But we're walking home and we get chased by this man. Oh my goodness. It was really crazy. So there was a guy who was like snatching people in his van and raping them and like dropping them off. Okay. This man was around for years. This is gonna be another story time. So I'm not gonna give all the details. We encountered this man. We jet. Like, we are running. We both get home. No issues. But the moral story is go to bed. Because I be sleepy. And I was so mad. The thing why I was mostly mad about is because, first of all, I wasn't in the house watching Cartoon Network until I finally went to sleep. I was mad because we had cable. Okay? So we had 24-hour cartoons. So I was mad about that. I was mad because I could have been asleep. And I just wasted all my time. It's midnight. Ain't nobody trying to be doing all this at midnight. Okay? Again, my friends used to make fun of me. They want to stay out all night. Like, girl, what you want to do now? Let's hang out. And I'm just like, if you don't let me go to sleep, we gonna have problems. So moral of the story, kids, go to bed. Don't stay out all night doing crazy stuff. I will give a different story time. Matter of fact, I'm about to record that right now, where I'm going to tell you what happened with this person. But at any rate, that is my sleeping story. Oh, wait. There's another part to this. Okay. Before I end the video, I'm going to tell you about this part. That shows you how much I like to be asleep when I'm tired. So one day, you get 3 stories in one. One day, my mom, I did something. And this was the only time I decided to run away from getting a whooping. So she was like, I'm going to whoop you. And I think she went to go get the belt. Something she did. And I jetted. And she thought I ran outside. But I had jetted down to the first floor where my grandparents stay. And I ran in my grandma's room. And I had a habit of sleeping under the bed sometimes. Don't ask. But I ran in my grandma's room and slid under the bed and was just quiet. And my mom peeked in my grandma's room and I heard her run outside because I guess she thought I ran to my friend's house. So I waited a few minutes. My grandma woke up and she's like, Cindy, are you under the bed? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, just come lay in the bed. And I'm like, oh, okay. I took a nap. And it's better I show you what happened. I'm going to show you what happened. Exactly. Now, where did that Sandy... Oh, there she goes. So, needless to say, I never ran from a whooping after that because that was so traumatizing. That was the first and only time I ever ran from a whooping. And another thing, like I used to be, because I had insomnia as a kid. So I would stay up half the night and then I would finally get tired around 3 or 4 in the morning. Sometimes I went to bed earlier, but mostly it was like the middle of the night. Or I would just keep waking up all night long. And then I would go to school and then I would be tired. So one day I remember third or fourth grade, this is how bad it was. Like I would go to sleep in class. Again, I was one of them kids, didn't matter where I was, what I was doing. I'm asleep. I don't care. So I was sitting there in class, and what they did when you fell asleep is like the whole class would point at you and say, "Stay on task." So one day they did that, and I would just look at them. I would wake up, look at them, and go right back to sleep. I remember another time in that same school, because I didn't care, I was tired. I remember another time in that same school. I did this a couple times. I'm not encouraging this behavior, but I did do this. So I would say, "Oh, I don't feel good," because I was a sickly kid too sometimes. And I was like, "Ooh, I don't feel so great. Can I lay down in the nurse's office?" I would get an hour nap out of that, 30 minutes to an hour, and I was good after that. That's how much I love to sleep. Okay, so I hope you guys liked my multiple sleeping stories. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. Turn on the bell notifications so you know when I post. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.